Goes on to the back row of the E-final, which is the next one we have for you. The E-final lining up here. There's Phil Surridge with the 8 Porton Metro, 273 Mike Locke. Could be the man to beat in this one. Mike Locke on pole position there. It looks a bit like Andy Grant, the man who's coming into Rallycross from the world of rallying, former Association of South Western Motor Clubs rally champion. Andy Grant there with the Mark III Escort, leading the pack away from the similar but smaller engined version of Mike Locke in second place. And it's Andy Grant's turn to spin this time, and again the first corner, sorting them all out, and it looks as though Phil Surridge is going to continue minus an offside front wing. But Jim Perris, the man who won the previous race and went onto the back row of this race, has already moved himself up into third place. But there is Chris Pugh. Chris, who's had a very, very troubled qualifying, as you well know. He's been making frequent trips into the gravel trap, but he's right up there into third place. So Chris Pugh went very well in our previous transmission from the Lydden circuit, looking to make up ground here in these finals. And of course, this is a feature of these finals. If a driver has a poor qualifying session, doesn't make a very high final grid position, then if he can consecutively win finals, he can elevate himself up the order to score more and more points in the championship. 50 points to the outright winner, 1 point to the guy who comes 50th, or the lady. It's as simple as that. And of course, the highest placed car in each of the 3 formulas is the winner of that particular formula. And Chris Pugh there with the Formula B rear-wheel drive Fiesta, mixing it with the Formula C cars, so he should have the superior power, and he's trying to lay that power down to the ground. And it's the 2 forwards, the Escort and the Fiesta, battling it out with Mike Locke with the inside advantage for the Devil's Elbow. But will he have the power to hold Chris Pugh off as they accelerate away up the power-absorbing climb of Harry Hill? Jim Perris there in third place, and the answer to that question is no. And it is indeed Chris who takes the ex-John Cross rear-wheel drive Fiesta through into second spot. Yes, second place now. He had the wash wipe system working there, switches it off as I speak. Feels that now he's in front, there's no one going to dirty his windscreen up, and he should have clear vision. And the vision that he's trying to take, of course, is the checkered flag. And Chris pulling some way clear now. Chris Pugh then from Crawley in Sussex in only his second Rallycross, coming away from Mike Locke, ex-Autograss champion from Leatherhead in Surrey. There in third spot is Jim Perris. Jim trying to close in on this duo, battling it out for the lead, but Chris Pugh looking very comfortable up front now. Chris Pugh coming away. Mike Locke and Jim Perris, very similar rear-wheel drive Mark III Escorts, battling it out. All of these cars converted to rear-wheel drive. Of course, those of you who know road-going cars well will know that all of these cars in normal configuration are front-wheel drive machines, and in these slippery conditions, maybe some of the drivers wishing that they still were. But many Rallycross drivers prefer a rear-wheel drive car. Mark II Escort no longer eligible for international Rallycross, so they take a current homologated body shell, and the rules allow them to do so. They convert it to rear-wheel drive. Or on occasions, of course, they convert it to four-wheel drive, like John Cross has. But then, of course, they have to go up into the Formula A category. This is a mix of Formula B, Formula C, both of which are two-wheel drive categories only, split at 1600 cc's. This is a battle amongst the Formula C boys, and it is Jim Perris taking a good manoeuvre there to come all the way around the outside of Mike Locke. Mike Locke still sitting there in third spot. Hasn't given up the hope yet, though. Printer by profession, and had a lot of success in autographs before moving into the world of Rallycross, which he's been contesting now for some considerable time. Always turns up with an absolutely immaculate car, backed by Ashton Coachworks, but third spot is the best he can get at the moment as Chris Pugh accelerates away. And having got into the lead, then he can ease off, because in these finals you're not racing against the clock, you're racing purely to the flag. First man home goes through to the next final. Of course, if you're behind the first man, then obviously the higher up you are, the more points you'll score in this Lydden Super Series Winter Championship. Through the chicane, away down into Chessons Drift, where they switch to the inside of the race circuit, coming away. Chessons, of course, named after the man who originated motorsport down here at the Lydden circuit, Bill Chesson. And as they go away then to take the checkered flag, it's Chris Pugh winning this one from Jim Perris, with Paul Dulake up into fourth place with his brand new Mark III Escort. So Chris Pugh the winner there.